you're wondering why I did that dramatic ass entrance, it's because my hair is different now. In the camera it looks black. It's blue. Blue photos, blue photos, blue photos. My hair is blue. It's just dark blue. So in certain lightings, it looks blue-black. But my under dye is clearly blue because my hair used to be blonde. So that takes the best pigment. But anyways, you may be wondering why I've pulled out the camera and why I'm sitting here talking to you. Basically, I'm going to be telling you what I've experienced that I have not caught on camera because I am a novice vlogger and not really good at pulling out my camera and talking to it. Welcome to the mid-semester check-in. Here's some things I need to bring up. Wait, hold on. My mother texted me. Hold on. Mommy. I'm back. Here's some things I will be bringing up in this chit-chat. And you know I always have to snack. I'm snacking on some Cheerios right now because I haven't had lunch. It's 2 p.m. I have a class at 4. In theory, I could be going to the dining hall instead of sitting here making this video right now, but I don't feel like it. So I'll eat after my 3-hour English class at 4. I'm gonna bring up how I found my friend group because y'all don't really understand. They just popped up for you, but I haven't explained how anything's happened. My quarter life crisis, me stressed about life, and I'll be explaining some drama that happened in the friend group. Let me explain to you how I found my friend group. We're gonna go all the way back to welcome week, right? Yes, welcome week. Right before classes started, right? On Saturday, there was this party. This party was actually horrible. I didn't have fun, at least. Some of my friends have fun, and that's fine. I didn't have fun. The day of this party, so basically, I met Morgan and Robert at NSO. Those are two of my friends who have been in my vlogs. Morgan came up to me at NSO, and she invited me to eat lunch with her, and then I kind of kept in contact with her over the summer. And then when school was starting up, welcome week was starting up, we were like, oh, let's meet up. And so there was this party, Project 29, that I went to with her, and then my 2 honors friends that I have met, and you see them in Party Girl Central. And then there was this other party, the one that I'm talking about, that's really bad, bro, really bad. And it was a pajama party, and it was later. And when I had met up with Morgan on camp, not for a party, just on camp for the first time. Camp means campus, by the way. There was a bunch of activities outside by the dining hall. And I met up with her, and she was with Robert, and then she was with Zakira, who's one of my friends now, but I was just meeting her at that moment, right? And I just stuck by Morgan all that day, and slowly we just kept adding people. So it was me, Robert, Zakira, and Morgan were all together for a while, got Qdoba, and then we left to Robert's room to grab something, and then we left to the stew. We were doing stuff at the stew. Wait, this is out of order. We went to Robert's place, and then we went to Morgan's place so that she could grab something. At Morgan's place, that's where I met Bailey. Bailey is Morgan's roommate, right? And she already knew Zakira because they went to the same high school before this. And so then that's 5, right? After that, we go to the stew. Bailey says she'll meet us later, but we go to the stew, us 4, Zakira, Robert, Morgan, me. We go to the stew, and then Zakira was like, oh, this is Xavier. She already met Xavier, right? And he comes over, and we're playing Uno, and he plays Uno with us. And then Bailey comes over too later, and then we play Uno. And then we all leave to Aggie Wings because I was hungry. So we went to Aggie Wings to get food. And then Bailey had left out and then come back, and she came back with Riley, who was another one of our friends. And that's when the group was really formed, right? We all just kind of stuck around for the next thing throughout the day, and it just accumulated to more and more people. Because that party too, but when we were hanging out before the party, Zakira brought her roommate Tay, and Tay went to the party with us, and Tay is also part of the friend group. And then I met Maya later, but Maya is also in our friend group. She was in my Jiho vlog. She's super sweet. If you need to put a face to the name, she was the one that had that super cute fit from Windsor with the skirt, but she was hiding it with her sweater because she was cold. That's Maya. She got her chip stuck in the vending machine. That's Maya. But yeah, so now we have a friend group of 10-ish people, and it's really cool. That's how the friend group was formed. Now, if you're wondering, bro, what did you mean when you said there was drama with the friend group. Let me get there. So basically, there's this guy, our code name for him is Ang, right? And Ang, I have some classes with Ang, and he's cool. I met him at the headphones party in my Party Girl Central video. That's where I met him, and he's cool. But you know how sometimes you can just tell you're not gonna be super close friends with someone, they're gonna be an acquaintance, and you can just be cordial with them? That's what I knew that was how it was gonna be for me with him, because he just didn't seem like my kind of person. And there's nothing wrong with that. Knowing that someone's not your kind of person, you don't have to be mean to them. You can just distance yourself or just be cordial when you do see them. And so that was what it was for me, right? I was like, I don't think he's my kind of person for friendship, so I'll be cordial and nice and talk, because I'm not rude. I'll talk to you when I see you and stuff like that. But there was one day, it was actually Aggie Eagle Classic. I didn't record that day because I was like, I just wanted to experience it. But it was Aggie Eagle Classic. NC Central is our rival, and they're the Eagles. That's what that is. So basically, after the football game, when we were just hanging out before we went to after parties and stuff, he had seen me with my friends, and he was like, oh, hey. And he was talking to me about camp and stuff, and then about what had been happening. And then later, he just kind of stuck around. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to my room and eat and then come back and I'll meet y'all at my friend Morgan's dorm, because that's the hangout spot. All the food places were closed. I was hungry, so I need to eat before I go out and go to a party. So I left, and I was walking to their dorm, and I was like, I wonder if they shook off Ang. I wonder if Ang is still there. Open the door. He's standing in my spot in their room, bro. I understand it might sound like I'm just over exaggerating, but when it's just that one person where you don't click the best, so it's like I don't really want to be around them for this long, like, you know? And so he stuck around that whole night when we were going to the parties and everything, and went to Waffle House after we didn't get into the party. We stood there for 2 hours, mind you. Anyways, that's a separate thing. And he stuck around, and then they added him to the group chat, Life 360, really quickly, mind you, the same day that they met him. Just because we're nice and we adopt people and we need more boys in the friend group. There are 3 boys, 3 guys, and then 7 girls. So it's like, well. But anyways, they had done that really quickly. And time progressed, days went by, and we're texting in the group chat and stuff like that. And when we're hanging out at the library or hanging out as a group, he's always there and he's coming by, right? Because we adopted him into the friend group. But I was like, I can't really do this, because this makes me sound really mean, but I was like, he just infiltrated my friend group and I didn't really want him here. No offense. I promise you, I am a very sweet person. It's just, I know the kind of people I want to be around, and I know the kind of group that we accidentally made, and I know that he doesn't quite fit there, and I know that I don't necessarily want him there. And then I see how he interacts with people. These are kind of weird interactions, but I'm not gonna say anything because they are not saying anything. And then, because somebody has to throw it out there. Oh my gosh, I saw a TikTok the other day that was like, when you all realize that you all don't like the same person, and then that one person has to just throw it out there. I was a person, but I threw it out there when I was at a lunch table with only 2 of my friends, right? I was only at the table with Morgan and Riley. And I was like, so how do you feel about Ang? And then they were like, he's just a special person. And I was like, okay, that's what we need. And then we started talking to the other people in the group, and we were like, hey, so how do you feel? Like we talked to them one-on-one, and then we were like, so here's what we're going to do. We're probably gonna kick him out the group chat, right? And we didn't kick him out the group chat because we can't delete people from the group chat because Morgan has an Android. So we made a new group chat. We kicked him out of the Instagram group chat, and then we took him off the Life 360. And no, we didn't talk to him and address why we didn't want him in the group. So yes, it's kind of bad on our part, because we were thinking maybe we should talk to him. But then we were like, we don't want him flipping out, and it's not too big of a thing. It's just he made some people uncomfortable, and so we just wanted to distance ourselves. And so we didn't make a big thing. We just kind of distanced ourselves. We felt bad. Well, some of us felt bad. Me and Morgan felt bad. I felt bad because I have classes with him. So I'm like, this is going to be awkward. I think he's going to like ask me about y'all. He never asked me or anything. He just took a hint later after we removed him from everything, and then he just didn't talk to me as much, right? And now we're getting back to our normal short conversations that you have with someone that you don't really know type shit. So that's where we're at now. And it's all fine. I can interact with him and it be like nothing because he's an acquaintance and I know that's what he's gonna be for me and that's it. And so interactions don't have to be crazy, awkward or anything. We can talk about chem. I was thinking and I could only think about class stuff, but we can talk about stuff and it not be a big thing. It's just like, I'm not gonna hang out with you outside of this, outside of class, and that's okay. But yeah, that was the friendship debacle. And really okay, cause you know, sometimes things like that happen and I've never had like a friend group issue like that before. So it was really weird for me. Because I was also the one that brought up the issues and everything. It was just really weird for me because I wasn't used to that. So I was like, I've never had this situation happen to me before. And so now we got a new group chat without him in it. So, and all's well with the rest of the people. But yeah, shifting topics to my quarter life crisis and stressors that I've had recently. So I switched my major. If you did not know, I was originally a food nutritional science major. I was in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, and that would lead me to go into an industry of science. But I was doing my work one day, and I was like, I can't see myself being a scientist. I just think too creatively, and I like doing all these videos and photo editing. And I'm just too much of a creative person to do this, but I was always afraid of having an art as a major because I was like, I don't want anybody to undermine my education if I end up in corporate America anyway. So I was like, I need to switch my major to something that I can be a little more creative in, which is why my new major is, drumroll please, media design. Now, I will have a Bachelor of Arts now instead of a Bachelor of Science because it's not graphic design. Graphic design is Bachelor of Science because you learn blueprints and stuff and you have to take a lot of math classes, probably geometry and stuff, I don't know. But I'm in media design, so I take a lot of art classes. And I'll take like a media history class, which is cool, but like, it's more about making things look presentable for people, understanding art and influences of art, stuff like that. And that's what I'm changing my major to. And I will be taking classes for that major starting next semester. Now, everything I'm taking right now actually does count as a credit for things in that major too. So it transfers pretty nicely, but it's gonna be weird for how I get my classes now because it took off classes I would have to take sophomore year or like second semester. So it's just kind of weird, but it's okay. So there's that. I liked the idea of being a scientist and everything that food chemists do more than actually getting there. And I have to like what I'm, oh, my Cheerio went flying. I have to like what I'm doing to actually be motivated in college when what you're studying is specifically based on your major and what you're interested in. But also, I still do want to be an actor though. So literally today, I have an audition for a short film that somebody on campus is doing. Because I'm in Aggie Filmmakers, which is a club. And so people who want to be directors or are filming short films and stuff all the time, they post stuff in the group me and they're like, hey, I'm having an audition this time for my short film. Or in our meetings, they'll be like, I'm looking for actors for my short film. And so then if I'm in a bunch of short films, I can curate a demo reel to add to my resume. And it's a start, you know? Now, stressors, I've been stressed out with this content creation shit. It's not I'm stressed about what I'm making because I've actually found a rhythm of things I like to make for YouTube, for TikTok, things I would like to show to the world. But it's more so, one, I have social anxiety, so I'm afraid of whipping out my camera in front of people. I was cool F-Dog because everybody has their cameras out and stuff like that, but I just feel so awkward vlogging in front of people. I can talk to you by myself and be absolutely freaking fine, but when I'm in public, it's just really hard for me because I feel judged. And maybe I am being judged, but if I can avoid being judged, I will. So that's been an issue, but it's also been like, you know the saying, comparison is a thief of joy? I watch YouTube all the time, every day, And I do compare myself to the people I like to consume them. Like, oh, I want to try to make videos like this person or this person or this person. I like that aspect of their video and I want to try to add that into mine, and this, that, which is also why my editing style just keeps changing all the freaking time because I don't know what to do. Trying to find my flow in editing so it can be mine and not everybody else. I'm also trying to get rid of thinking that I need transition clips or montage clips. I can just kind of talk and tell you that this happened or show you without having a long clip where you just gotta sit there while I'm doing something and it's boring. I'm learning. And my freaking DaVinci crashed on me the other week, which is why I haven't been consistent on YouTube anymore, right? And I was like, oh, maybe I should find a different editing software since this is crashing, and then I couldn't find a different editing software. I went back to the devil of CapCut, bro, with their copyright issues and stuff like that. That's how I edited my Jiho video. I did half of it on CapCut and then the other half on DaVinci because my DaVinci literally came back today. I will say though, right now, until I make my first check with media, I will be using CapCut for that transcription editing feature, just so that I can make my base cuts so much quicker and then go to DaVinci Resolve for all the cool stuff. I will be doing that now. And this way, I am avoiding all the copyright stuff because then music or anything, I'm not adding any of that in CapCut, so they can't copyright me for it unless there's music in my clips, but I would cut those clips out or cut them short because YouTube can't have them anyways, you know? I want to record more, and with finding that transcription editing feature on CapCut, I think I'll be able to record more and edit at a faster pace to where I can make the videos I want and make them quick enough so that I can make a lot of content. And I just want to be the person that's always vlogging, always filming every step of my life. And I'm not really good at that. And recently, I've been binging Tara Yummy, right? And I look at her videos and I'm like, that's so simple. It's perfect and it's simple, and you're not watching her do stuff all the time. She's just talking to you, taking you through her day. Sometimes she has a montage of a party she went to, but it's a genuine montage with the music and stuff. And her videos, at least the ones that I've recently been watching, always cap off at like 20 minutes max. And that's kind of what I want to do. So low-key, I'm trying to get like Tara Yummy. I just realized I need mid-semester check-in, y'all, for real. I didn't even talk to you about my classes or anything. Talk to you about friends and parties a little bit. Let me think. What are some juicy things to talk about? If you're wondering about boys, the answer is no. None. There are some on my radar, but none I would actually go up to because I don't go up to guys because I have anxiety. So I don't like going up to guys because they're gonna reject me. So I don't do that. I admire from afar, I fear. It makes me sound like Joe Goldberg from You, bruh. I promise I'm not a stalker. Anyways, but boys, the answer is no. However, Jiho, when I went to that one party with that dress that was skimpy, bro, I got approached 5 times. That was kind of crazy. Only one of them was fine shit though. Anyways, boys, no. Friends, I continue to make new ones. It's actually really exciting because that was one of my biggest scares for college. I was like, I'm not gonna make any friends. This is gonna be really bad. Education-wise, I have 1 B and then the rest of them are A's. I have, 6 classes? So 5 A's, 1 B. And that B is a B plus because it's an 89 TSPMO. It's really an A for real. So I really have straight A's. Mind you, when you look at the course, if you divide the points, at least last I checked, when you divided the points, it said 90, but then my percentage said 89. How is it 90 and 89? Just choose 90, it's okay. But yeah, what else is going on, bro? Ain't nothing going on. I don't be doing nothing. We just be hanging out in the library, being silly around the stew, around the school, in the dorms, being silly. The other day, people were screaming bloody murder in my hallway. Apparently, it was some girl's birthday. But it sounded like there was at least 20 niggas just screaming. Ah! Shut up. It was 1 a.m. I had an 8 a.m. Shut up. Happy birthday, girl, but tell your friends to shut up. I went to see The Exorcist in theaters for the first time ever. My first time seeing The Exorcist. And I got to see it in theaters. The OG Exorcist, too. It was pretty good. It was actually kind of scary for it to be like an older scary movie because I be watching older scary movies and I be cackling my ass off. But that one was actually kind of scary, just a little bit. And I don't do needles and stuff. And there was a good deal of needles and blood, and I'm squeamish. I don't like that. But yeah, that was pretty cool. When I'm recording this, my birthday is exactly a week away. When this comes out, my birthday will have passed. And I will be 18 when this comes out. 18, 18, 18. I don't have anything else to talk about, so there's no reason to really keep y'all here. My life is very uneventful. Don't know why I want to be a YouTuber. Y'all are just seeing the uneventfulness of it all. But it's okay. F it, we ball, right? This is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, follow my Instagram and my TikTok. I am losing followers on TikTok currently because I've changed what kind of videos I post. And that's kind of sad because I was really close to 10K. It's okay. We can make it up with the people who like my new content. So please follow that TikTok. Let's get to 10K. We are 200 followers away from 10K. Let's get there together. Please, 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 please. Anyways, and yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye.